Hello everyone, and welcome to my screencast. Today I'm talking about an amazingly powerful software called Reaktor. And specifically we're going to look at making multi-effects in Reaktor, which are geared more towards performance. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to rename this empty instrument. I right-click to get to the properties, and I type in right here multi-effects. And I'm going to double click to get inside of here. I'm going to delete these two little guys right there, and I'm going to add 3 effects. Let's see, a filter, a reverb, and lastly this dual sync delay, which is a delay of course, but it's in this case we're going to use it more like a looper, and I'll explain that in a second. Alright, so these are now hooked up, and we need to do just a little bit of prep work first. This whole snapshot master for plugin is going to be very important for what we're doing, and right now it's actually set incorrectly. It kind of does that by default. So if we're to click the background here, we're clicking the outside module. So if I click snapshot master for that, we can see now that this is now the snapshot master for the plugin. Okay, so inside of here, these ones need to say store by parent and recall by parent. The parent is the outside module that I was talking about. And then looks like everything's okay. Let's also, with this multi-effects, you see here that it's 4 voices, and that's not what we want. We want to drag that downward to 1, because this is an effect and not a synthesizer, which needs multiple voices sometimes. Okay, so we have a basic structure here, and one thing that's kind of a good rule of thumb when you make a multi-effect is to set your bypass first. So to do that, I'm going to make a special snap in each one of these called bypass, and start with the dual sync delay and just turn these off. Turn the feedback off. Oh, one other thing, a little bit of prep work that needs to be done as well with this feedback on this delay sync module, if we're going to use it in a more traditional way, is to just change this to 0 and 1. So let me do that one more time. So I just right click to get the properties, and I have 1 and 0 there, and that's what we wanted. Okay, so with that set up like that, we can go ahead, well, let me turn the feedback all the way off. So this will be our bypass. And we're going to do that now to the next one, the reverb. Let's turn the mix all the way down, and well, actually inside of the Space Master, this first snap here is kind of already like a bypass, so let's just rename it. Okay. This last one, the analog filter, notice I have to click, the title or the instrument itself to change the snap over here, and that also needs to be linked for that to happen. The analog filter has a bypass right here, but I'm going to move it to snap 1, and to do that all I do is double click, type 1, and it swaps it. Okay, so we have what we need to create a true bypass for our multi-effect. So let me call that true bypass. Oops. And now we're ready to start making some effects. So to do this, let me pick up my guitar here and make some noise. Okay, and one problem is this is not dealing with a stereo situation, so I'm going to go back into the structure and just do one of these. Now when we go to start messing around with effects, well, let's use these presets that come with these two instruments. You see how easy it is to make an interesting effect, and then we can just save that as like a wet wah. So to get back to true bypass, we just simply change the snap. So man, let's do one more. Let's do one of these crazy ones. Okay, and that one's probably a little too crazy, so I'm going to back that off a little bit. And when I go to save it under multi-effects, now notice that I click on multi-effects to get to this snapshot. It's real easy not to have this selected and to alter your snap, so make sure that you do that. But anyway, I'll pen this as long verb or something. And you hear how it kind of zipped back when we went to wet wah. That may be undesirable, but it also may be desirable. So we'll talk about some strategies to minimize that if that's what is needed. Anyway, this is the end of this first tutorial, and thanks so much for listening. And I'm going to expand on these ideas in my next tutorial, so please stay tuned. Thank you.